Now, speaking of action, one of the most important things for people in commerce, especially for students, is you got to upskill yourself. You got to skill yourself, you got to keep learning, and being a lifelong learner is so important. What were some of the skills that were quite instrumental in your journey from your first year in 2010 till date? What are some of the most important skills you've learned?
Okay. Lalith, like you said, skills is extremely important. To me, skills is more important than knowledge. In fact, there are three elements which require attention: attitude, skills and knowledge, and I believe it should come in the same order. Our education system has focused too much on knowledge. Knowledge over time will become obsolete. For example, communication is a skill. What you communicate, that is that knowledge domain, absolutely does not matter. Even if a undergraduate student, he is communicating only about maybe comics and maybe friends, etc., it does not matter, but that skill of communication will always remain relevant. Reading is a skill. What you read does not matter. Even if a PU student is still reading Archie's comics, does not matter, but he should continue with that skill of reading. I was reading an article, Lalith, which so beautifully said in 2030, 80% of the jobs that will exist in 2030 is not even invented today. Wow. So what are educational institutions preparing children for? If you restrict yourself to knowledge domain, knowledge is going to change. What we used a few years ago, we are not even using now. So definitely we need to focus more on skills than on knowledge. Some of the skills which I worked on in the past, most important was communication. Communication has 5 elements: speaking, reading, writing, listening and non-verbal communication. Actually 80% of communication is non-verbal, only 20% your words matter. Most of it is your non-verbal communication, your confidence, your gestures, etc. In addition to that, I focused on my touch speed typing, which is a skill. Today a lot of kids, they text, they can text faster than you and I can talk, but typing is required. In fact, I really wish typing can be brought in schooling. Before children touch their first mobile and learn texting, first they should know typing. It does make a difference. Okay. Then there are skills related to profession. For example, in law, we did learn, formally learnt the skill of interpretation, the skill of convincing, etc. In chartered accountancy, the skill of reading a balance sheet. So there are some general life skills which everyone should know. There are some job specific skills. Both require attention. Knowledge, skills, and much more than skills is attitude. Attitude is your outlook to life, your confidence, your willingness never to give up, your sincerity, dedication. If that is not there, we will not even master any skill. Playing a guitar is a skill. Even to learn that, you need the right attitude. First time you hurt your fingers because you pulled those strings, if you decide to give up, you are not going to learn it. If you do not have the right attitude, you will not even learn communication. So somewhere if the focus can also go on getting our attitude right, because a lot of youngsters today, in terms of talent and potential, they are much better than their teachers, they are much better than their parents. Only aspect lacking is their attitude and personality. If they can get that right, I am sure every teenager of today in his lifetime will achieve much more than what his teacher and his parent together achieved.
Very true. And I think with tech becoming one of the most catalyst inventions of the last 20 years, opportunities are at your doorstep. It's about, are you going to go open that door? And that's the attitude part of it. And speaking of all of these attitude that I look up to, especially in terms of college students, one of the things that I really believe is the easiest and the safest part to experiment in life is during your college phase, because you have absolutely nothing to lose. And one way is sometimes you might be super confused in going into to know what you want to do in the next 2 to 3 years. First, of course, get a mentor who can suggest, but if you don't know it yourself, then even the mentor cannot do anything. And I believe the easiest way to crack that nut is to go do internships. Go work under people and do as many internships as possible within that 3 to 4 years of your college, or in your early stages of your career. Switch jobs, it's fine. But then you can think about settling. What do you think about working in different places, under different roles, under different people? What do you think about it?
Like you said, nobody can help you unless you are willing to help yourself. You said a mentor cannot help you if you don't have clarity about what you want to do. That is very true. If you just sit there waiting for a mentor to come and say, I will be your mentor, it's not going to work. You have to take that first step forward. And when you take one step forward in the right direction, you will see 10 people taking a step towards you to help you out. But that first step has to come from you. Initiation has to come from you. During your college days, yes, it's the best time to experiment and explore, not only college, even during your schooling days, because that's where you're not being judged. I believe that turning point is somewhere at the age of 21, 22, after which the world judges you as an adult. They will not give you a second chance to create the first impression. It has to be done before that. A lot of them believe that let's take it slow, first let's focus on our qualification, then let's try an upskilling. That's not going to work. In fact, I always believe both should be taken simultaneously, your hard skills and your soft skills. There's no point saying, first let me earn all my hard skills, qualification, and then slowly I'll improve in soft skills. It's not going to work. After 22, you will be forced to put up an image to the rest of the world. You know what you are, but you will project a different aspect of you to the world. Before that, it is important. Internships is a fantastic way for you to grow, not just in terms of your knowledge and profession, but even in terms of your personality. All said and done, in any college or school, we are bound by a curriculum which is not completely in sync with what is required in the real world. Internship shows you what reality is. Internship shows you the kind of competition that is there, the kind of selfish attitude that a lot of people have, how to proceed further, what else you require beyond just your knowledge to work there. For example, networking, communication skills are very important. Even if you don't have any of these skills, you'll excel in exams. You will think my future is secure because I'm a rank holder. But when you step into reality, you will realize you've been chasing the wrong goals all your life. Given an opportunity to do an internship, like you said, everyone should seize that opportunity and they should try. Many times I've seen students feel, who will give me an internship? Why will they waste their time on me? Take that one step in that direction and you will realize how many people are willing to help you if you are willing to help yourself. So internships is very crucial in their journey.
I think that's a brilliant answer.